Hey guys, JV here with the final episode of Journey to Andromeda. The next Mass Effect is almost here and the hype levels are just beyond maximum. It's crazy. So I just wanted to lay out some content plans today before things get absolutely crazy, because they're about to get crazy. Just strap yourself in. In this video, I'll go over my streaming plans before and after launch, multiplayer streams and videos, and of course the beginner's guides, the tips and tricks stuff, the content that a lot of you guys are used to with no webcam on my channel. All of that will be touched on in this video. Before we start, just a reminder that I will be posting tons of Andromeda content this week before launch and much more after. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure and subscribe to my channel. Let's go ahead and start with streaming because that's about to start. So I've got my hands on a review code and I played nearly everything that's playable in early access, what everyone else is going to start playing in 2 days, that goes through EA Access. So my stream, however, is going to start tomorrow, Tuesday, March 14th at 1 p.m. Central Time. I know that's like midday in the United States. A lot of people are going to be at work, school, whatever it may be, but that is when the embargo lifts for streaming this stuff early. So that's when I'm going to start. And I know a lot of you live in different parts of the world, so there's a time zone conversion link in the description below for when I start. Just use that to convert to your time zone and you'll find out when I'm going to be live. Also, I know some of you prefer watching these videos on YouTube, but watching streams on Twitch. And fortunately for you, I stream simultaneously on both Twitch and YouTube. I will tell you that there are usually more people watching on YouTube, but that may change because I'm going to be able to stream this thing early, so we should have a lot of people on both. But if you'd prefer to watch me on Twitch, the link is in the description below to my Twitch channel. It's the exact same name as my YouTube channel. My stream tomorrow will start from the very beginning of the game, and that will be our playthrough on YouTube that we're going to continue after launch. And tomorrow we'll go for about 4 or 5 hours like usual, about 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the very latest. And also, if you can't make my stream, don't worry, it'll be uploaded to YouTube. I know, again, it's in the middle of the day, so the entire recording of the stream, if you want to see it early and you can't make the live stream, will be on my channel just like a YouTube video. Like I've said, I've spent almost 10 hours doing everything before the cutoff point for early access. So in my mind, we'll continue this early stream on Wednesday and even Thursday if needed, if we have still additional stuff to do before the absolute point where we have to stop playing because of the embargo and the early access. And these streams on Wednesday and Thursday will start at my normal week time of 6 p.m. That's usually when I stream during the week. That's when we'll start on those days. Once we've done everything, completed every side quest, talked to every person, read every data pad, done everything we can before launch, we're going to have to stop with the single player. And then after that, I'll stream some multiplayer because that is just completely, we can do anything with that. So I want to do one stream of multiplayer at some point before launch. In terms of returning to single player when the game comes out, I know that the embargo for reviews and impressions of the game is Monday, March 20th at 1 a.m. Central. And so to me, it sounds like I can continue streaming the rest of the game on Monday night, 6 p.m. for example, but I do need to double check on that. I need to send an email just to confirm that I can actually do that before we say, yes, we're going to have a stream on Monday. So long story short, wherever we stop before launch, we'll pick up right after that whenever I can when the game actually launches for everyone else. And then finally, I want to note this. I have a lot of you guys who are apologizing like, JV, I'm sorry, I can't watch your playthrough. I have to experience it for myself. Don't worry, you don't need to apologize, nothing silly like that. It doesn't offend me. I completely understand. If our roles were switched and you were the streamer and I was the person who was playing the game for the first time, I wouldn't watch you either, dude. Like, I would want to experience it for the first time. So don't even worry about that. It doesn't offend me whatsoever. I completely understand. So just a recap of when I'm going to be streaming the game early. Starting tomorrow, Tuesday, March 14th, I will start at 1 p.m. Central Time from the very beginning of the game. And then we'll continue that playthrough on Wednesday and probably Thursday, maybe Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, 5 hours earlier than the Tuesday start time. And we'll go for about 4 to 5 hours each day. We'll also have at least one multiplayer stream before the game actually comes out, so that'll be probably over the weekend if I had to guess. And if you miss any of these streams, don't worry, they will be uploaded afterwards, so you don't have to make the live time if you can't. All right, moving on to tips and tricks, because as a lot of you guys know, that's my thing. I've uploaded tips and tricks guides for all kinds of games for the past 6 years since I started my channel, and that kind of content is no webcam stuff. So I know some of you watching may say, I'm not even interested in any of your streams. I'm not interested in watching the single player. I just want tips and tricks guides. I totally get that as well. Probably most of you watching have seen my pre-release content because that's where a lot of my views lately have come from. So for those of you interested in that content, this is what you can expect this week. We're talking about this week ahead of launch. So I want to have some kind of 5 or 10 tips for beginners video guide based on the first 10 hours of the game, just the early access. I think there's enough to go on that I can actually make one of those videos and have it prepared for you guys, hopefully Wednesday, hopefully 2 days from now. I think it'd be really awesome to have that video up before everyone gets their hands on the early access. And so expect that this week. Also expect a basics of multiplayer kind of guide overview video. Since I'll have some time with that, I'll be able to record some and give you guys kind of a basic overview of how the new multiplayer works, because there's some different stuff from the, from Mass Effect 3 that I think people need to know about, and also people that are completely new to Mass Effect, they definitely need an overview as well. So I'm going to go over that in some capacity. I'll also have a first 10 hours impressions kind of review video on that Monday embargo ready right when that lifts. And of course, the reason I have this review copy is thanks to Mike Dodd of thisweekingeek.net. I wouldn't have even gotten an early copy of the game without his help. So special thanks to him, and then we'll be collaborating on whatever kind of review I do for the game whenever that embargo lifts. So those are the video ideas I have set in stone that you can expect. There may be an extra video in there, but probably not more than that, just because I'm going to be focusing on streaming and also preparing stuff for actual launch day. But I do want to make something very clear. There will be zero spoilers in these videos. Zero. I will not spoil anything for you. I'm extremely sensitive to spoilers, just like some of you are as well. So do not worry. I will not spoil you in these beginners tips and tricks guides, multiplayer overview, whatever it may be. I won't be the one spoiling stuff for you, but I can't control my comment section completely. I can try to moderate it, but sometimes things get through. My best advice is don't look at my comment sections on my videos in the first 2 weeks of the game. Just don't look at it. What you will see in my videos are environments, whatever planet I'm on. I need to be somewhere in the game to actually show you tips and tricks. And so if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, I would not watch any of these videos. But just for example, I will uncheck objectives. You're not going to see an objective in the top right corner because I consider that spoilery. So I'm just giving you guys some peace of mind. That's what you can expect from my tips and tricks in the first few weeks. Once the game actually comes out, of course, we'll be streaming it further, and I'm going to try and make tips and tricks guides videos as they come to mind as I'm playing through the game. Of course, you can expect a lot of beginners guides on just how stuff works in the game, because I can tell you after playing 10 hours, there's plenty of depth with this game. There's a lot going on. It's a lot more than what we've seen in the past. And so I've got some plans on stuff, but I want things to be kind of organic as I play through on stream. I'll note some stuff that looks interesting, maybe try to explain it in a video. That's something I do a lot in terms of beginners tips and tricks guides. And so that's also what you can expect in the first few weeks after the game has come out. Finally, let's talk about multiplayer in Andromeda. This is something I've also played around with a little bit, but personally, in terms of content on this channel, I haven't figured out what I want to do yet with multiplayer. I may mix in some multiplayer streams after the first week or two, but at the same time, I'm really going to be focused on trying to get through the story and do everything, like 100% playthrough on stream with you guys. And so to me, multiplayer kind of seems like more of a long-term thing on my channel. Once we've completed the single player, we'll probably still have, single player content on the channel. In fact, I know we will, but from a content creator perspective, I'm going to focus more on single player, especially with tips and tricks guides. Again, we may, at least at first, we may move into more multiplayer tips and tricks because that's going to, increase the longevity of the game. I think we'll have DLC. We've had DLC for the original trilogy, but at first my focus will be on single player. Multiplayer won't be a priority for me, but that may change after, let's say, a month or two of the game being out. I just wanted to let you guys know where my priorities are. They are mostly on single player and not multiplayer. Anyways, guys, that is our plans for content on this channel. Like I said, it's going to be absolutely crazy, even starting this week before launch. I was so fortunate to get a review code and have kind of this perspective, and I've already played, the first 10 hours that you're going to see me stream this week. And so, again, you're going to expect a lot of streams, multiplayer, beginners, guys, tips and tricks before and after launch, and we are cruising ahead. Seriously, you're going to see so much Andromeda content on this channel moving forward. And I know people worry like, JV, you did the same thing with Fallout. The same thing's going to happen again. I realize that I'm incredibly high on this game right now, and I'm going to ride that high and continue posting videos as long as I'm passionate about the game. And I hope that lasts for a while because I really love Mass Effect, and I can't really give my impressions or review on the game yet, but let me just say I'm really excited to share what I've played with you guys, and I'm excited to kind of join you on this journey in Andromeda moving forward to when the game actually comes out and far beyond that. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, please remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe once again for tons of Andromeda content, the early streams, multiplayer tips and tricks guides, all of that stuff before and after launch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.